Okay, I actually have to restart this stage over again, so I'm gonna try not to do that mistake again. Okay, I think we're almost done with this stage. What's with that bright light? And that opens up. This is like a fairy tale.
The deeper I go, the more my head starts to recall the past, as if it was trying to show me something. Something I'm forgetting, something important.
I really don't like where this is going right now. Oh, don't tell me the dog just went into water and just drowned. This is taking a while. What's to be expected with a game this big? Alright, here we go. Oh, we just came from there?
There's a lot of water here. Oh, God, my head. I don't want to think about it. But it's hard not to. I was playing ball with Zach. The same ball Zach found by the lake. Our excitement got the better of us, and the ball fell far into the lake. My parents spent some alone time with each other, so it was up to me to get her back. My dad showed me how to use the boat, and I felt confident for what I was about to do next. I took Zach on the boat. We rowed to the middle of the lake. As I was getting closer and closer to the bore, the weather started playing up. It started to rain. The wind started to pick up, and the clouds closed in on the lake, surrounding it like a cage. It was a storm, and it came out of nowhere. The wind was creating waves, rocking the boat back and forth, throwing me around like a rag doll. Zach was barking, and I was calling out to my parents, but the storm was too loud. All I could think about was getting back home with Zach. Then, a huge wave capsized the boat. We both fell in. It was so cold. I couldn't swim. I was waving my arms desperately, calling for help. Just when I think that was it for me, I felt a bite from the back of my clothes. It was Zach, kicking his arms and legs and dragging me to shore. I had no idea he could swim. I could hear my parents in the distance shouting my name, hoping that the storm hasn't taken me. Before Zach dragged me to the shore, I blacked out from the intense cold and tiredness from waving and kicking my arms and legs. I woke up in the hospital the next morning, slowly opening my eyes to see my parents sitting down with a worried look on their faces. I called them over. They immediately rushed over to me and asked how I'm feeling, what happened, don't do anything like that again. But there was only one thing on my mind. I asked, where is Zach? My parents were reluctant at first, but I pushed for an answer, and then they said, Zach is fine. Actually, he was right next to me, just below the side of the bed.
What a relief.
I couldn't see him because the bed was so high. I was so relieved. My heart started to slow down, beat by beat. I just wanted this to be a bad dream and wake up. That was the scariest moment of my life, and the sight of a large body of water will always remind me of that day.
I wonder, is there anything here? Oh wait, there's probably something here. Yeah.
My parents got me a computer. Most young adults eventually get one. It was only a matter of time until I got mine. I only used computers in school and college. There were restrictions on everything. I looked at many things a young adult would look at, learned things that I had no idea existed, lots of tech jargon. There were days when I was glued to my computer screen 24/7, and time seems to fly by. Hours would seem like minutes, and minutes seem like seconds, and seconds don't exist.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's some here too. Oh, alcohol.
I was invited to a house party in my college days. Well, I wasn't invited, just tagged along with a friend. Parents said don't drink too much, call me and I'll pick you up, make sure you don't stay out too late, the usual stuff. I was never invited much to parties. This one had the large crowds, the loud noise where I can't hear myself speak. You have to get right in a person's ear if you want them to hear you. I mostly stuck with the people I knew, didn't talk to anyone else. Not being in a circle of people in a house party can make you feel left out, like you're the only one who's alone. This was the first time I drank alcohol. I knew it was going to taste bad. The first drink is the hard part, but with each cup, it gets easier and easier. The next thing I knew, I was dancing to the music, talking to people, not making any sense, and I loved every second of it. I didn't want this feeling to go away. But a few drinks more, then I start to change. I get angrier, more upset. I dwell on bad thoughts. The thing that was making me happy is now doing the complete opposite. I just wanted to get away and not talk about that night.
Oh man, there is so much ground that we have to cover. Let's see. I'm just gonna do one more sweep over there, and if there's nothing, then I'll come back here. Oh yeah, there is something here.
Zach dug up an old dirty lighter. I see my mum use these when she lights up her cigarettes, so I got the idea of how to use it. I used my thumb to zip the light, and nothing. I tried multiple times, but it didn't work. There was no lighter fluid. It was probably for the best. I remember positioning it horizontally and tried lighting it. It could have burned my thumb, or worse, set the whole lakeside on fire. Looking back, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, could have been. I wonder what's here. It's just, is this pond just here to be here? Wait, what? Yeah, I think that's the edge right there. Okay, then I'm gonna explore those two islands right there. Oh, we found something here.
When I was 16, I went to college and studied computer games. I learned things that I never knew to think about. The lectures
you're
were
16.
surprisingly lenient. Other students will mess around, watch videos and play games, but I was the only one fixated on studying, learning all I could to make the games I want to make, the stories I want to share, and eventually getting a job in the game industry and show everybody what I can do.
That's good. That's good. You gotta hustle. You gotta get that money, but also to pursue your passions. Also, at this point, I'm getting a feeling that you're telling me the story of the developer of this game. Not that I have a problem with it. Man, this game is actually kind of impressive. This is made on the Unity, by the way.
My first smartphone, I remember making lists of what I was going to do with it before I even got mine. Social media, apps, games, pictures, internet on the go, you name it. I was beginning to see why so many people are glued to these things. When I got mine, I thought I would join them. But after a while, I didn't use my phone as much as I thought I would. I never got into social media. I never saw the big deal with it. Posting what I'm doing or how I'm feeling, it just wasn't for me. I thought with the amount of games on this thing, I would never get bored. But after playing many games on the phone, I stopped getting into them, like my brain just had enough. I didn't want to feel this way, but when I stopped and really looked, I could see why. I realized these were time killers, but even knowing that, I still couldn't get back into it. It was frustrating. I ended up using the phone for learning, reading, listening to podcasts, noting down ideas that came into my head. There's a whole lot you can do with a smartphone. I have the whole internet in my hands, and I can look at anything. I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out.
Does that include porn? Anyways, this is like an iPhone. Which is what I have. I think. This thing is gonna take up so much space. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, I guess we're gonna have to jump. Oh, that was a little bit anticlimactic.
The more ground I walk on, the more my memories start to surface. Memories buried in the back of my mind, slowly creeping out. Things I forgot I knew, or didn't want to know.
Well, you better get ready for him. Okay, it's raining. I'm a little bit confused. Am I supposed to go over there? There's an invisible wall. Is this the end of the game? Okay, this game was...
I was a weird kid growing up.
Oh, never mind.
Full of imagination, oblivious to my surroundings. It was hard making friends. I was expressive on the outside, but felt so alone on the inside. My parents noticed this, and thought I could use a special someone in the family. They brought me to a pet shop. I didn't think a pet would make much of a difference. I looked around and felt nothing. When I was staring into their eyes and their paws pushed up against their cages, this was feeling like a waste of time. And then, there he was, sitting in the corner of the cage, with his back faced towards me. He had golden brown fur. Parts of it were covered up by the dirt from the cage, hiding its summery glow. It had big floppy ears, and a curvy tail shaped like the crescent moon. I was wondering why he wasn't pushing his hands out like the others. I felt something warm inside, like I was meant to find him. I asked what his name is. It was Zach.
Well, that's quite beautiful. What's going on? Ooh, seriously? Okay, this is a much bigger area. Sorry about that. It's bench press.
When I was 22,
22.
I tried applying for a job in the video game industry. I thought, after all the hard work I put into my studies, it wouldn't be too hard. And then, I get rejected.
Yep.
Again, and again, and again. I lost count how many times I got rejected. I start to doubt myself. I try to figure out what went wrong. How do I fix this? A year goes by, and I still couldn't get in. I settled for low-paying jobs anyone could do. I had no choice. I was so depressed, angry. Each day I felt like time was running out. Felt like giving up. And then I found something. Something to ease the pain. The gym. It's weird. I never had the urge to go to the gym, but this feeling I had, like I was being called to it, it was something I needed for a long time. I learned something that day, and that is to keep fighting, never give up, and don't ever doubt yourself.
That's right.
Once you slip too far, you'll regret it forever.
Yeah, you gotta keep on fighting the good fight.
My mum took these pictures and framed them to brighten up the cabin. She always loved to look at nice things. One picture was of a tree with autumn leaves, where every leaf is a golden flower. The other picture was of a warm sunset with the light pouring through the trees, almost as if the sun is creeping into the room itself. Just looking at it takes my breath away.
I like this one better, yeah. This one's okay, but I prefer that one. Just drops. Is that snow? Yeah, he definitely went this way. Oh, it's winter.
I retired at the age of 68.
You're that
They
old?
say it's a never-ending vacation. Time felt less valuable. This was a point to enjoy the rest of your life. Treat every day like it's your last. But I didn't want to go out with a bang. Treat every day like it was my last. I just wanted to relax somewhere quiet for the remainder of my life. The only place I knew where I wanted to spend my final days was at the lakeside. Just thinking back, at all the good times I had, and who I spent them with. They may have ended, but the memories will last forever.
What's that? Oh, this is bright right here. Is that a bell?
I never married. Like the drive and the commitment to go through with it. I've been to weddings, seeing how happy the couples are, a day to remember for the rest of their lives. I tried to see myself in that position, walking down the aisle with the most special person of your life. I just wasn't capable of settling down.
I see. I think I understand.
We spent one Christmas at the lakeside. I was just 8 years old. I was with my parents and my best buddy Zach. We went full out Christmas that year. Chimney fire, Santa stockings, candles, Christmas lights, and jingles. We were all wearing Christmas sweaters, even Zach. He wore a green and red striped sweater with a picture of a gingerbread man. I could tell it bothered him. It was funny. Before Christmas, you always tell Santa what you want, and he will be waiting for you under the tree, ready for Christmas Day. But the best presents are the ones that you don't expect, the ones that you never thought you needed. I excitedly unwrapped my present and got a dog whistle, so that if we ever lost Zach, or he lost us, we would always find each other. That was the best Christmas I ever had.
Are we actually still looking for Zach, though? Because if you're 68, and if you were 8 years old when he was around, then wouldn't he be dead? Okay, this doesn't look good.
As you get older, your body starts to feel heavy, your senses start to weaken, your bones and muscles ache all over. There are times when I just wanted to collapse and never wake up. Well, my wish was half granted. I suffered heart failure and collapsed right on the ground. Well, this is what I wanted, right? As I was lying helplessly on the ground, my thoughts honed in on all the memories I had of all the people that cared about me, believed in me. Is this what they wanted? For me to just give up, throw everything away? Well, no. I didn't want to die. I wanted to live. I wanted to keep going to the end. I begged to whatever God, creator, supreme being, Lord of the universe, I don't know. I just wanted to live. When it seemed like it was the end, I woke up in the hospital bed with an IV drip flowing into my arm. I was told I was going to be okay. Relief struck me like a thunderbolt. Old age is not a disadvantage. It's a privilege denied to many.
You're right.
In the distance, a light that shines so bright. It feels as if it illuminated the entire world. Something is calling me up the peak of the mountain, waiting for me.
And we'll see what that thing is. Yeah, this dog went far, didn't he?
Feels like there's a storm in my head. My memories feel like they're being flooded open. The closer I get to the light, the more I start to remember.
Oh man, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. Oh, what's this?
Zach? Hang on, buddy. I'm coming.
That accent is kind of funny.
What? No, 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 no! Zach!
What's this?
I remember. You died that day.
Of
During the
course.
storm. You died trying to save me. It's all my fault. I hated myself every day. Letting go of the memories of you, it was too painful. But the truth is, unless I let go, unless I forgive myself, unless I forgive what I've done, unless I realize what happened will remain forever, I can never move forward. I'm sorry, buddy. I will always love you, and I'll never forget you. Thank you.
Didn't I call it? I knew something bad happened to the dog. Damn it, I knew this would come to this. Of course, this is what the entire place looked like. Man, I got a bad feeling about this. Whose car is this? What's here? Oh no. Don't. No, I mean. Zach lives from 1998 to 2004. Friend, family, savior. Lives on in our hearts, and I didn't finish that. I knew it. The first friend. There you go. That was the game. The first friend. Directed and written by Alexander WestWater. Well, he directed it well, I guess. I mean, yeah, good. Now sad ending. I knew something bad happened to the dog as soon as we were looking for a dog. No, I just knew from the title. I mean, the first friend. And I could tell this game was gonna be emotional, so just off the bat, I knew something bad happened to that dog. Well, you're welcome. It was a good game. What's a bowl? Oh well, I mean, that was a good game. That was the first run for you. You know, this is a new game. You can actually find it on Steam. It just released on December 10th. That was the other day. So I'll leave the link in the description for you to download. That was a very good game, actually. It was actually very sad. Wow. The colors were really pretty. I mean, that's all I have to say.